Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well on this terrific Tuesday. That's it. It's terrific. You're terrific. And we're going to get straight into the meat and potatoes. This is video 1 of 3, so keep your eyes peeled. And don't worry, the next 2 videos are not about Jay Slater or Jack O'Sullivan. But this video here, right now, is indeed talking about these cases. Because even though they bear huge resemblances to one another, there are some huge differences between them, and they are differences that I would actually deem are unfair. And one of these cases is not getting the exposure that it deserves. It's not being handled right, despite the families operating in very, very different manners. Yeah, I feel that the Jack O'Sullivan case needs your help. It needs our help. It needs support. It needs more being done. But, like I say, there are some real close similarities between these 2 cases, and they're things that we're going to talk about now. So this is what we've got, right? So we have got mum of missing Jack O'Sullivan says someone knows something about his mysterious disappearance. Catherine O'Sullivan has urged people to keep helping in the search for Jack. There's a picture of Jack. Now, the mum of missing Jack O'Sullivan has urged that someone knows something about her son's mysterious disappearance. In a recent post on her Find Jack O'Sullivan page on X, she said she has been contacted by people claiming he has been held hostage and murdered. Catherine O'Sullivan added that she has been offered money for him to be released. She said the family have tried everything possible in an attempt to find Jack. Mrs. O'Sullivan said, by the way, that's not Mrs. O'Sullivan, that's just some random person on an ad before people get confused. I have been contacted by mediums telling me Jack has been held hostage, murdered, and given me locations all over Bristol to go and look for him. I have had requests for payments so he can be released. She added, please tell me that any normal, sane family please tell me what any normal, sane family do under these circumstances. Our son is missing, for God's sake. Why, oh why, isn't Jack's disappearance being treated with the respect it deserves? Ms. O'Sullivan also thanked people on social media for their ongoing support in the search for Jack. She said it is their only tool and has urged others to keep going in helping them find her son. And this is the post there. Look, over 5 months without answers, yet the pain remains as fresh as day one. Jack deserves better. This family deserves better. Please share, spread the word, and help bring Jack O'Sullivan home. Someone out there knows something. So if you're someone who frequents X, go and check out the Jack O'Sullivan posts. Please go and do that. She said the people on this Facebook page group have been truly amazing. The admins of the group are just the most wonderful people on this earth. It is the only tool we have, but it should not be this way. Jack deserves better. And we'll get to that in a second. If there is anything else any of you can do to spread the word to the moon and back, search every corner of the earth and just keep our desperate plea to find Jack O'Sullivan on the tips of everyone's tongues. You are our only hope. Someone knows something, and that's his mum, not the ginger person that we saw. That's Catherine there, Jack's mum. Now, they've done a lot, okay? It says Jack went missing after leaving a house party in Hot Wells in the early hours of the morning of Saturday, March 2nd, and hasn't been seen since. He tried and failed to get a taxi to his home in Flaxbourton, North Somerset, and his phone stopped connecting to the network from the Cumberland Basin area after 5 a.m. that morning. Literally vanished. And what we've got here, they've set up this page, which is findjackosullivan.co.uk, and this gives you all of the information. When he went missing, his height, his age. He's actually another one who's had his birthday since he went missing. The family have put up a £20,000 reward, which was part of the GoFundMe. They very, very professionally put up a GoFundMe. Why not? And handled that very, very well. So you're seeing publicly that they've done this page. It's got everything on there, down to what he was wearing, everything, so you know what he was carrying, what he was holding, and a timeline there. So if you're alien to the case, you can pick this up and find out some information. Like I say, there's a Facebook page, there's multiple things. But you've then got, right, their GoFundMe. So the Jack O'Sullivan GoFundMe is 992 donations, 35,432 of a £30,000 target, and again 20,000 of that has been put up for a reward for information leading to finding Jack. And you know, this is what you've got here. I went over this the other day. I'm not going to read it here because it'll make the video a real long video, and I know that you guys don't like that. But when you think in comparison, you've got the Jay Slater one. Now, this is still pulling in. Now, some people have said that the Jay Slater GoFundMe is going down. I've been monitoring the Jay Slater thing, and I can't say that it certainly hasn't gone down in the last 48 hours. It hasn't gone up a massive amount. I believe yesterday it was only like £5 donation. Yeah, look. So they're not receiving... It seems to have died off, but I haven't seen it go down. So some people are saying that they're issuing refunds. Now, I'm not saying that's not happening, but what I'm saying is it hasn't happened in the last few hours since I've been monitoring it, and that has gone up only marginally. But when you think that what we heard in the Jack Slater case was very similar to what Catherine is seeing in the Jack O'Sullivan case, and that is that, you know, people whinge about social media, right? They whinge about channels like this that talk about these cases, and we speculate, we talk about what could potentially have happened. But what people don't understand and realise is that without channels like this, and, you know, I'm not the biggest or best. There are channels out there who are fantastic, and they will do videos, and they've got a way about them that means that, you know, thousands upon thousands of people see these videos. You know, Wax Unfiltered, for instance. Now, he's going to be a bit like Marmite to some people. You're either going to love him or hate him. But make no bones about it, if he can do a video and 70, 80,000 people see it, then there's 70, 80,000 people who know about a case. And the more people, especially on platforms like this, that get involved, then more people will see it. It will become viral, and it will obtain this. You know, people might whinge at Wax Unfiltered, for instance. I'm saying about Wax because I know a lot of you who are interested in these cases will know who he is, right? But make no bones about it, the family should thank people like Wax Unfiltered for the £72,000 plus GoFundMe, because it's without that, you know, they don't promote that. The Jay Slater family doesn't promote that. That's not just them solely that's promoting it. It's people who are getting involved in these cases, because a lot of people who donate, they're donating because they're donating to the overall story. Because if it was just the bare bones of what the Jay Slater case was all about, then the only thing that you'd have seen was the sick and twisted fucks that are saying, oh, we've got Jay, that you're now seeing in the Jack O'Sullivan case, that people are ringing or contacting their parents saying that we've got them, you know, you know, give us some money or we'll kill them, or, you know, they're the sickos, they're the sick people. But people will come on to channels like this, come on to channels again like Wax and the others who cover true crime, and make out that they're the problematic ones, when in reality these channels are the channels that get these cases seen and become the viral sensations that they are. So with respect of Jack O'Sullivan, the reason why a lot of people haven't heard of that case is because they're not being covered as frequently by social media as Jay Slater. Jay Slater kind of drowned out the Jack O'Sullivan story, and this is the reverberations of that. You know, half the amount of money raised by the GoFundMe, and not really anyone's heard of it. And they are very, very similar situations. In fact, it's right on people's doorstep. So what has happened to Jack is in the UK. And the vast majority of the people who donated money to Jay Slater are from the UK. So why would people be donating 70 odd thousand pounds really to a kid with a sketchy past who hung out with a load of sketchy mates in a sketchy place and ended up dead, when you've got someone with a real decent background, not been in any trouble, are actually salt of the earth family, and half of the people, I just don't get it. I don't get it. But rather than moan and whinge and bitch to channels like this, how about moan and whinge and bitch about the people who contact these families and fuck things up by telling them that they've got them held hostage, or they're dead already, we've killed them already, because they're the people who you need to have a problem with, not the people who help to get these people seen. Now, you might not like how it's done. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Catch you all on the next one.